the Dream SMP, one of the biggest and most well-known servers on the internet. From music discs to an egg. How did we get here? So it all started on April 25th, 2020. The Dream SMP had been born. Now this dude Dream and George Not Found started the journey on the server. Their main focus, at first, was to simply play vanilla Minecraft. No speedrunning, no 1 in 7.5 trillion chances, just play the game. Now they were absolute pros at it, of course.
No, don't go. Did you get gold?
No! Sorry introverts, there's people on the server. Sapnap, Callahan, Awesome Dude, and Alyssa join in. The community house was born. Disclaimer, this community house will definitely withstand every single war that will ever happen. The Lemanberg War, election night, every single thing. It will not get blown up by Dream. Now you might say, yeah, there's enough people on this server. Well, more people. Ponk and Skeppy's lover, I mean bad boy Halo, join in. Now Dream's horse Spirit was killed. Now his flesh will come in handy later. Seriously, his flesh will come in handy later, just keep that in mind. So what's a nation without justice? Sapnap, the sheriff, builds a courthouse. George gets executed. Next. Now the server at this point was very chill, very minimal skirmishes, and everything was going super smooth. Well, on July 4th, 2020, Tommy Innit joins the server. He went his whole first stream by griefing and killing. He is temporarily banished after repeatedly killing George Not Found. A Twitter block later from Dream, and he is back in. For the next couple of streams, Tommy argues about land with Ponk and commits some arson. Tubbo, Fundy, Purpled, and Puns joined the server. Now Ponk built this beautiful lemon tree that was absolutely breathtaking. Yeah, George burnt that one down. So Ponk decides to build another lemon tree, but Sapnap burns that one down as well. Ponk was fed up. Ponk and Alyssa join in, and they burn down Sapnap's house. Ponk! Well, Tommy and Sapnap kill Alyssa and Ponk. After Tommy and Sapnap killed Alyssa and Ponk, they were enraged with power. They decided to kill Dream. This is the moment they knew they f***ed up. Now what's all this anarchy without stealing? So Dream steals Tommy's most prized possessions, the discs that contained Cat and Malohi. Okay, wait, you're telling me Tommy Innit's most prized possession isn't even Pigstep? He chose Cat over Pigstep? Anyways, this sparked the first major war on the server. So at the start, Sapnap steals one of the discs back for Tommy. Now one of the discs should be good enough for Tommy, absolutely not. Tommy hides the disc in his ravine and Dream is searching everywhere for it. After a small duel, Tubbo actually kills Dream. Tommy has both of his most prized possessions in his possession once again. By turning his screen to black, Tommy hides his discs on stream, but Dream is adamant to find them. Dream mines everywhere under Tommy's house, and he definitely found them. Now after this, Tommy and Dream come to terms, and Tommy gives up his netherite chestplate, while Dream gives the discs back. Then Dream gets all antsy and follows Tommy to get the discs back, but Tommy safely hides them in a knee chest.
Yes! Let's go!
With all of this happening, there can't possibly be people who join. There's already enough people. Well, Wilbur and Schlatt join the server. Skeppy joins to play a prank on Tommy, but accidentally burns one of Tommy's discs. Skeppy donates £1,000 to Tommy during one of his streams, and the Tommy x Skeppy beef is settled. Eric joins the server. No, Jordan, it's Erit, not Eric. Wait, you're telling me it's Erit? Who names their child Erit? Anyways, Erit joins the server and builds the iconic castle. Now what would a server be without more war? You guessed it, more war. So you remember that guy Wilbur, right? Well yeah, he starts a drug cartel and he's teaching underage kids about drugs. Now you may be asking, how in the world will this have relevance? Just trust the process. So a nation known as Lemanberg was created to spite the Dream Team. The founding fathers were Wilbur, Tommy, and Tubbo. And then boom, Lemanberg pulls a Declaration of Independence out of left field, and the Dream Team declares war against Lemanberg.
The Declaration of War.
Oh!
In the left corner, we have the Dream Team. Green Blob, or better known as Dream, George Not Found, who is still trying to find himself, Sapnap, and Puns. In the right corner, we have L'Manberg, Wilbur, Tommy, Tubbo, Errett, and newly found Wilbur's son, Furry Fundy. So Dream burns down Tubbo's house and gives his famous speech.
If you do not surrender, I want to see white flags! White flags outside your base by tomorrow at dawn, or you are dead!
Yeah, there were definitely no white flags. L'Manberg Embassy goes boom. Some battle happens, L'Manberg Embassy goes boom quite again. The Battle of the Two Towers ensues, with L'Manberg actually coming out on top.
They're retreating.
L'Manberg is on a high. Beating the Dream Team was no small task, and they had done it. They won. Errett wants to celebrate, and asks them to follow him to his secret bunker. It's all a trap.
Down with the revolution, boys. It was never meant to be.
Dream and Wilbur meet to discuss surrender after this, but Wilbur goes full independence mode on his ass, and Dream blows up a majority of L'Manberg. With no end in sight, Tommy takes his most prized possessions, the 2 discs, out of his e-chest and gives them to Dream.
What happened?
Good day.
What did you do?
He secures L'Manberg's independence. Errett officially becomes king of the Dream SMP, but it's instated by Dream. Now the war is technically over, but there are still very high tensions between the Dream Team and L'Manberg. Post-war, Jack Manny falls into the server. Nihachu joins in as well and immediately takes to the liking of L'Manberg.
Suck it, green boy!
So the SMP just had its first major war on the server. What could possibly happen next? Well, award-winning Grammy artist and Olympic gold medalist Tom Gravy joins in on the server. Skeppy gets a hold of music disc Cat from Dream. Tommy hits Dream with a minecart, starting the small war of the railway. The only good thing that came out of this was that Tommy got Dream's sword and his dead horse's flesh. You remember that? Religious insurrection. Yes, you heard that right. So a religion was dedicated to the Twitch Prime.
I'm just scrolling through the hot.
Let the bells of Church Prime ring.
2 main places of worship were built, the Church of Prime and the Vape Tower. A pet war also took place and pets died. PETA was not happy about this one. So amid the death of pets, Mr. Carl Jacoby joins the server. Now what is a newly formed country without democracy? So Wilbur and Tommy run for president and vice president of L'Manberg, and they also suppress every single other running duo, and they are the only candidates. Now this is pure democracy. Tom Gravy gets all butthurt about this and forms an opposing group. The election is taking place with Pog 2020 versus Swag 2020. Okay, so now that we have the 2 main political... Oh wait, there's one more. Who did I miss? Coconut 2020? Okay, I guess we missed Coconut 2020. So the election night went off without a hitch. Actually, that's not true. Pog 2020 and Swag 2020 gave their best performative speeches. And Coconut 2020, well, they were just there. Schlatt joins the server and he forms Schlatt 2020. Schlatt 2020 actually comes out on top for a Twitter poll by less than a 1% margin. During all of this election craziness, H-Bomb joins the server. So Schlatt becomes dictator, president of L'Manberg, and he immediately revokes Wilbur's and Tommy's citizenship, and he kicks them out of L'Manberg. Everybody's worst nightmare, Sky Wars champion, The Blade, joins the server. He teams up with Wilbur and Tommy to form Pogtopia. Now the Blade has never died. Tubbo becomes an insider for Pogtopia by keeping relations with Manberg and Schlatt. Now what's the Blade without a steed? Technoblade goes on to find the perfect horse. Now Ninja joins the server. Am I reading this correctly? Ninja? Okay, well in his couple hours on the server, he marries George, don't tell Dream, buys drugs, and cranks those 90s. Now back to religion. The Pokemon cult is formed with Carl Jacobs being the main spokesperson. All tier 3s must be given to Pokemon. The Dreamin' philosophy has surfaced and Dream XD is born. The Beast joins and offers $10,000 in Taco Bell gift cards. Must have been a night. With all of these sporadic things happening, Tubbo announced that he will be holding a festival in the Manberg's honor. Manberg Festival is announced. So with the Manberg Festival right around the corner, everyone is so excited. And Tom adds a stripper pole. Okay. During this festival hype, Tommy Innit gets to talk to Drista, Dream's sister, throughout a stream.
Dream puncher.
Punk also has a great idea. You ready? What if I build a lemon tree. Fundy is tasked with decorating Lemamberg, so in attendance to the festival was J-Schlatt, Quackity, Tubbo, Fundy, Bad Boy Halo, Awesome Dude, Antfrost, Callahan, Ponk, Puns, Nihachu, and Technoblade. Tommy and Wilbur also drink Invis as to not be seen. Tubbo had planned some really fun games and events, and then the real fun really started to blow up. As Schlatt was giving his speech, he knows that Tubbo is a traitor. He orders Technoblade to shoot Tubbo, which he ends up doing, but he also kills half of the attendees. Schlatt is infuriated with Tubbo and how his festival had turned out. Little did he know, war was on his tail. Or horns, I guess. During this heightened tension, Bad Boy Halo creates the Badlands with Antfrost and Awesome Dude. Quackity joins Pogtopia after a scuffle with Schlatt himself. Pogtopia built a huge peepee in front of the Manberg flag, and that was it. It's time for war. Man, this server is very peaceful. Okay, so we have three main sides. Chaos, including Techno, Dream, and Wilbur, the Pogtopians, and the Manbergians. Now, before the war begins, Wilbur finds the Leman tree and makes it a peaceful zone. Carl and Sapnap, in their contribution to the war effort, make a bagel cult. Yes. So when the fighting breaks out, Dream and Puns steam on the side of Chaos and start killing Pogtopian. After a small battle, the Manbergs call for surrender after their allies, Dream, Puns, Purpled, and Sapnap, are being 4th of July'd from the sky. After this small skirmish, Dream calls everyone into the drug bus to see an unarmed Schlatt, drunk and incoherent. Schlatt's heart goes... Pogtopia wins. So Tommy is inaugurated. Oh, sorry. Wilbur is inaugurated. No, sorry. Tubbo is inaugurated as the new president of Lemamberg. While this speech is happening, Techno wants down with the government. Techno starts killing people. Filza, the creator of Minecraft himself, logs onto the server. The bomb is set off and Lemamberg goes boom.
It was never meant to be.
Techno sets off Withers, subscribing to Technoblade. Lemamberg is in shambles. Connor Eats Pants joins the server. Now Dream crowns George king of Lemamberg and strips Eret's rights away. Wilbur is now a ghost because he lost all of his canon lives, I guess. Lemamberg needs reconstruction. So after this huge war, the server enjoys a time of peace for a short period of time. Captain Puffy joins the server during this time alongside Laserbeam and Vicstar123. The Elytra event is announced during this time of peace, but has not happened yet. TikTok Super Megastar and our beloved Rambu joins in. So the server is at peace. Well, due to his crimes against Lemamberg, Technoblade is banished and is an enemy of the state. Alongside Techno, Tommy is banished yet again. Techno and Tommy decide to be banished together and team up. Phil is placed under house arrest in Lemamberg. They really gonna do Dadza like that? Techno is captured by Lemamberg and he must pay for his crimes. He is executed. Psych, didn't you know Technoblade never dies? You just got caught in 4K. So upon hearing Techno's almost execution, Dadza rips off his ankle monitor and joins Tommy and Techno in isolation. Underground, Bad Boy Halo finds an egg. Probably isn't important anyways. Rambu becomes a secret agent and relays information to Techno and Tommy regarding the Manberg affairs. Peace was looking more and more grim. In hopes to revive the dull atmosphere, Tubbo calls for a Lemamberg festival to be held. So at first, the festival goes off without a hitch. People are playing Toss the Die and having a great time. Techno and Tommy spy on the festival incognito. So everything is going swell, right? Well, Dream hops into the call and tells everyone to come to the community house immediately. Community house was blown up. Dream blames all of this on Tommy, and everything is looking grim for Tommy. But Tommy puts on his armor and defends his honor. Techno, just wanting to leave, actually felt obligated to help Tommy. Techno decides to jump in, and he also calls for a 1v30. Dream interrupts this brawl and rats out Rambu. At the end of all the speeches, Dream and Techno actually side together, and they have called war amongst Lemamberg. Techno's vault is shown, and the Wither mayhem is about to be unleashed. Techno and his Hound army prepare for war. They come to Lemamberg and start the slaughter. The TNT grid is set off, and Dream blows his way to bedrock. Filza sets off the Withers at Techno's command. Lemamberg is left in ruins. So now it's time to rebuild. The server split into multiple factions, with each of their members thinking they were justified in their actions. So as of current, Awesome Dude has just finished the project of the prison. Dream has just been in prison. Rambu is also manipulated by Dream in his dreams. You know, get what I'm saying. Rambu and Dream's couple name is Dream Boob. The egg is expanding, and Bad Boy Halo and his followers are being entranced by it. Dream may have escaped through Rambu. Now this is the Dream SMP history up until now. From war to peace, back to war. What will the future hold? What is going to happen to the Dream SMP?